Hello guys, in this video I will give you top 5 amazing ZBrush tips that will change your game in sculpting, and this is my 3 years experience in ZBrush that I will tell you right now. So if you wanna learn something new, continue watch this tutorial. Alright guys, so this is the most important thing in ZBrush, okay? So this is what you need to understand before you start any sculpting, okay? So the ZBrush, the intensity is 20 in default, okay? So you need to change the 20 to 5 or 4 or 6 maybe. That's the intensity that you want to sculpt with that, okay? So why you need to change the intensity down? Because when you change the intensity down, you can have a more control of the shapes and the form, and you can sculpt anything you want. So you have a more control and you can build any form you want in ZBrush. So this is very important, guys. It's not only about a clay build-up brush. And when you use a clay build-up, always use this alpha here, alpha 28. Okay, so this is a very good alpha that will help your form to shape better, okay? So if you go to dam standard, if you see that the intensity is too much here, okay? If I subdivide this and I want to sculpt now, as you can see, the intensity is too much. I use a like a best pen in the market, but I can't control the intensity here, okay? So that's because I have a intensity 33 here. So I need to change this to 15 or something like that. So the intensity is not for a one brush. You need to change all of your brushes intensity if you want to sculpt better, if you want to have a more control of your forms. And every brush you need to change that. Like a move brush, if you want to use a move brush, if I use move brush with 51, as you can see, if I want to move this, it's going to not be good. And if I want to change a surface here, if I hold the Alt key and drag, as you can see, if I want to pull out the surface, it's gonna go crazy like this, okay? So if I change the intensity to maybe something like 10 or 12, if I hold Alt here and wanna work on these forms, Alt and drag, my form go out, but I have a more control of this moving here, as you can see, guys. So it's very important. If you want to be a professional sculptor, you need to understand this. So this is a very important that I learned, and when I learned, I improved my sculpting skill very fast, okay? So it's not only ZBrush is not only the anatomy or something like that. You guys need to understand the forms. You guys need to understand the shape of the forms and the shape of the concept that you want to sculpt, okay? So this is a very important thing that I wanted to tell you guys, and hope this first tip help you to sculpt better and become a better artist. So let's go to the next tip in ZBrush. So the next tip is how you guys need to sculpt, okay? So if I want to sculpt, I will use a clay build-up always to build my forms, and you need to do your strokes up to down and fast, okay? Up to down and fast. So when you do this, you will have a very clean surface and clean form for your characters. So always build your forms like this. As you can see, the vertex here going very nice with these strokes. And then you can change your smooth intensity to something like 50 and start smooth your forms. So that's how you can build a very nice and clean form here, as you can see, guys. So yeah, if I sculpt like this, that a lot of beginners sculpt like this and they don't know how to do their strokes. So this is very wrong. When you do this, you will not have a very clean surface. Okay, so some areas are out, some areas are in, and the form, as you can see here, is not clean. Here is more detail, here is it just not good. Okay, so when you want to sculpt, you should do your stroke like this. So why you need to do this? Because you will become a better sculptor, you will become a better artist, your character is gonna be better, and you will make more money in the end. And just one stroke can change your life. Okay guys, one fucking stroke can change your whole career. So this is very important that you guys need to do your stroke like this. Okay, so this is how you can build your forms, and it's going to be very nice and clean forms at the end. Okay, and when you want to build your forms, always build your forms in lower subdivision and just like this. Okay, so you will have a lot of control. I told you guys in the beginning of this video that the controlling of the forms are very important. So you guys need to understand the forms, need to understand how you can control these forms and become a very better and high skill sculptor at the end. Okay, so if you use these 3 tips that I told you, after 1 week you will see a lot of change in your work. So this is very important. So what brushes I use? I always use a clay build-up to build my forms, and I use Demi standard here with a lower intensity, guys, that I tell you again and again. Lower intensity is very important. And I use a standard brush sometimes with the intensity of 10 or something like that. And yeah, I use a move brush, and this is always my technique, that I press Alt and move these forms out sometimes, as you can see here. So yeah, very important to know this one. And yeah, that's all the brushes I use. So the next tip is subdivision level. Why we need to use a subdivision level, I will tell you right now. So if we want to have a more control on the forms, and if we want to sculpt top of our details, like we have a small micro pores on the face here, as you can see. If I sculpt here, as you can see, I will have a lot of details that I don't want here. Okay, so if I go subdivision level down, if I change my subdivision to 2 or 3, I can sculpt like a bus here, and I have a more control. I can build better forms, and yeah, as you can see. And when I sculpt like this, if I subdivide now, I will have my details here, and nothing is changed here, as you can see. Now I can go back, smooth this area, go back to higher subdivision, I just don't lose my details, my pores and everything I had in the face. So this is a very important thing. When you subdivide your model, you can go to lower subdivision, work on bigger forms like this, and you will have a more control of changing the shapes and the forms. So if you are in higher subdivision level, when I use a move brush and I want to change a small form here, as you can see, I will have an effect like this. But when I use a lower subdivision level, and now if I move this, as you can see, when I subdivide, this is a super flat surface here. So as you can see, we will have a more and better forms, surface, control, and everything that is important for sculpting here. So always when you use a Dynamesh, when after you build it, all of your forms, you just need to retopologize, subdivide your model and work and make your shapes better and create a lot of good forms and good characters. So that's a very important thing that I learned in these 2 years of experience. So yeah guys, so hope this tip help you also. So let me show you some very good technique that you can use. I always use when I go to subdivision, low subdivision level, I just use a move brush, and if I want to pull this surface out, you can hold Alt on your keyboard and you can drag your pen here and you can move the surface out. As you can see, you can have a control on the surface with Alt and drag. Okay, when you hold your Alt, just move your pen to the right, and as you can see, you can move the shapes and forms slowly with a low intensity, as I told you guys, so you can build your form fast and easy. Okay guys, so this is a very important thing also, and hope these tips help you to become a better sculptor. So the last tip is one of the most important things for beginner sculptors. So you guys need to use a reference, but you can use a pure ref for your reference. You can bring an image here and just see the image and start a sculpt, and this is not enough for beginners. So I always tell my students to bring let me close this, to bring a scan models or use a statue when they work, and a 3D model is very better than a single image. So let me show you what I mean. So if I bring a model, this is a Zbrush model that made before, and this is my model that I'm working on this now. And you can go to your subtool, go to append and bring the model here. So you can go to your subtool, select the model, press W and scale this model up and just move this model here. And as you can see, now I have this model as a reference here. Okay, so this reference working very nice. Why? Because when you rotate, this model rotates too, so you can see everything nice here. Okay, so you can see the forms better, you can see the shapes here better. You can see everything better when you use a scan or a 3D model that made before as a reference. So for beginners, I highly recommend this, and this is very important, guys. So keep that in mind, and hope this tip change your game when you sculpt in Zbrush. For beginners, or a very life tip and very important. So if you have a beginner friend, just share this video with him, and this tip is going to change your sculpting and your characters. So the last tip I wanna tell you guys, I just told you a lot of tips. This is not a 5-tip video. I told you like a 20 or 30 tips in this video. I put a lot of love in this video, guys, and just for the last tip that I want to tell you is that you guys need to be patient, need to hard work, need to sculpt every day. You just go and do it, like 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day, doesn't matter, 1 hour a day. Just work hard as you can, and you will be successful, and you will be professional one day. I will promise you, if you just work hard, go and just do it, guys. Just sculpting is not, you will not learn sculpting with tutorials. You will learn sculpting with yourself, with doing it. You just need to just pick up the pen and start sculpt on your monitor or your tablet, doesn't matter. You need to just sculpt every day, work hard, and that's my last tip for you guys. So no one was good at the beginning. They just worked hard and they become professionals. So it's about hard working. It's about understanding the shapes, understanding the forms. The shape language is very important. The forms are very important. Sculpting is not about just the knowledge. You need to earn the skills of sculpting. It's not about the anatomy or something like that. Yeah, you need to learn anatomy. Yeah, you need to have a lot of knowledge before you start, but you need to start. But if you just go and watch a tutorial and just you don't do it, you will not be successful and you will not be a pro one day. I promise you, if you work hard, if you sculpt every day, you will become a successful sculptor. So you will make more money, you will make a lot of good things in your life. That I just made a lot of money doing this ZBrush work and texturing work, and I'm so happy that I learned ZBrush. I'm so happy with my work, and I hope you guys to work hard and learn and become a better artist. So if you like this video, guys, I put a lot of time, a lot of thinking. I told you my 3 years experience in ZBrush. So I expect you guys to like this video, subscribe, and turn your notification on. And if you wanna tell me something, you can tell me in the comment section below. And if you want to learn more about a character, I have texturing course that I will teach you texturing from 0 to 100, and I will tell you how you can create the super realistic skin. I will tell you everything you need for texturing, everything you need to know about the texturing, rendering. And yeah, you can just go to my Gumroad, check out this amazing course here. I put a lot of time to create this. I show you the nodes. I will tell you everything, guys. So If you have any question, you can ask in the comment section below.